right, Coach. Thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Andre Roberts now to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Patriot! Patriot!
Darnold from the gun. And this is brought in by Pryor. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Over!
Again, Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Darnold. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Gone! 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 Over!
From the 50, it's Darnold. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. go play action here on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Everson Griffin in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on second and 16.
Lucky 56. Over.
Faking the give, Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Watch him now, Barney.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? There was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10.
Bring up 48. We're going. Let's go. Go ahead.
And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Leave it. Bring up 48. Where's your hot?
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Where's your hot?
On 3rd down, Cousins steps away to his left. And he's able to find Diggs. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Off the play fake, Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Darnold on 1st down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They start the drive with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're good. Through.
2nd down, Cousins. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Hut.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Flush to his right. Going underneath for Crowell. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll go with a big bang, Crowell. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First down. Here's Cousins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A beautiful spin and room to run. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Now let's go. 3-19.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On 1st down, Darnold. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Darnold from the red zone now. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. A final shot before the break. Darnold throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 30. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Yellow. We're going. Let's go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Bailey now to kick this one away. Roberts on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. Roberts on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Darnold from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Go hard. 180. Hey, yo.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
48. Listen to me.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They They'll run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And a short gain here down to the 22. The former first-round pick, Shea McClellan, in on the stop. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Murray. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now here on EA Sports.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Two. Hey, receiver. Black.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help. No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he knocks it through. Bailey now to kick this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they? And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory. And leading here in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Letting one go deep for a new. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give them a gain of 38. On 1st and 10, Darnold. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jermaine Kurz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Nifty move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Henry Anderson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. On play action, Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Marcus May with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Again, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Dumps off to Powell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Powell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too, and they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Comes to Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards, but after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Again, it's Cook. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his coach was.
A run. It's Murray. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.